I tried to make a tea in the microwave this morning and it exploded. The microwave, not the tea. I gotta shower real quick, but I'll be right back. Don't worry. Also, look what Taylor made me. It is the Iron Snail. The old logo, because right when she was starting to get this made, one of one, hand-stitched, I designed a new logo without knowing. So, whatever. Just kidding. I would never. This is one of the nicest gifts someone has ever given me in my entire life, and I love it. I love the Iron Snail, and this is the Iron Snail. Intro again, one more time. Hello everybody, good morning, happy Friday, we're back, although it's probably not morning because I still have to edit this, but today we are looking at what your favorite denim brand says about you, part 1. I really wasn't sure if you needed a part 2 to have a part 1, but I'm assuming I will do a part 2 of this, so I'm gonna put part 1 in. One time I was going to message this girl on AIM, I didn't know how to start the conversation, so I just messaged her, BRB, but I didn't have anywhere to go, and she responded, "You can't start a conversation with BRB." And it took me a minute to really realize what she was saying, and I was like, oh, she's so right. But I didn't have anywhere to go, so I just sat there for a second, and then I responded, "Did you miss me?" I was either trying to message Natalie or Kira. I had a crush on Kira at the time, so probably her. Her screen name was xoxo, and I was like, maybe it's about me. What's up everyone, it is your friend Michael, and yes, I am wearing an Apple Watch. It's another Apple product that does not taste as you may expect it to. I just want to say real quick that I'm sorry. I wore a different shirt before I wore this one today, and I did one more button than I normally do because I thought it looked cool in the mirror. I thought it looked funky. It doesn't look cool. It's not cool. It wasn't cool of me to do. I'm sorry. Today we are looking at what your favorite denim brand says about you. Please don't get offended by this. It's not anything about you. I don't know you. It's just honestly, I was in the shower and I was thinking about my horoscope. This is my best shot at that. This is the first 5 brands I could think of, one of them being JNCO. Anyways, in other exciting news, I have received a gift from one of you. Now it's time to roast you. And also myself. These are all great brands. I'm not saying anything bad about these brands. It's literally just stuff I wrote while I was sitting on my bed in a towel. Okay, so without further ado, the 5 brands that we are going over today in this first ever trial run. I usually use a fart sound for sound effects. Well, actually, it's a baritone sound, and someone requested that I don't use that. So, are JNCO, Naked and Famous, Ironheart, Imogene Willie, and Levi's. JNCO, if you don't know, are these pants, very popular in the 90s. If JNCO is your favorite brand, you have Googled exactly what bodies are hitting the floor. If that sounds like a creepy thing to you, I'm basing it off the song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. You also have showed me your waterbed. This has actually happened to me in real life. If you're crying, you're probably going to take a picture of yourself. You like black lights but hate me. Either all of that, or you wear them ironically. But have you ever accidentally become friends with the wrong friend group? Like you are clearly a theater person, but you befriend the sports team by accident and you're kind of stuck there and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't right. I did that when I went to summer camp one year. I had a crush on this girl named Whisper who was in the JNCO crowd, and everybody wore all black and dyed their hair black and had nose piercings and eyebrow piercings and stuff. But I was deeply ingrained in that friend group. Actually, also, I don't know if I dated Whisper or if I just told everybody I dated Whisper because I had a crush on her. I used to do that. I've liked her so long, we're basically dating. I was in the JNCO crowd for a while, and I was thinking to myself one day, I think friends are supposed to be more fun than you people, and you're also supposed to like me back. Also, one time at camp, this girl told me that she wanted to kiss me, and I got so nervous I threw up and I went home for the day. People, let me tell you about my best friend. So I really like this shirt, but it's too long and too big, so I think I'm gonna cut it like here or there. You think that's okay? See? Look, now I ruined it. Next up, Naked and Famous, aka the manufacturer of my clothing line, and one of the biggest, I feel like most revolutionary brands in the denim world. When raw denim went really mainstream, I think Naked and Famous was basically at the helm of that, charging forward.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
So tell us about the brand Naked and Famous.
If Naked and Famous is your favorite brand, you at one point in your life have Googled, does washing jeans in urine affect fades? You also have thought about trying the fabled ocean wash, and were told not to. When you first got your jeans, you put them in the freezer every night to keep them from smelling bad, or you slept in them. One or the other. In the middle of summer, on the hottest day of the year, if it's 108 degrees outside, you are wearing 40-ounce denim, and right before you pass out and collapse on the ground, you think about how the sweat from your legs is probably gonna really set the creases of your pants. Other than that, you are probably super wildly obsessive with always getting the new thing. If you go to a restaurant, you always try something new. You're adventurous, you're creative, you're daring, you have a YouTube channel. Just kidding, I'm not actually a foodie, I wish I was. For a while, I would go to restaurants and say, can I have your chicken parm? When I stopped eating meat, I said, can I have your eggplant parm? Both were good. Now I'm much more adventurous, so next time we get dinner, who knows what I'll get. If they're your favorite brand, you probably don't like guys that eat eggplant parmesan. You are probably an Android user, but if not, you're an iPhone user and you have a bunch of Apple products, you're into the entire Apple ecosystem, and you invest heavily in cryptocurrency. I love Naked and Famous. They're one of the best brands in the world. If Ironheart is your favorite brand, the first thing you Googled was, can I actually fall off a motorcycle with Ironheart? And you don't own a motorcycle. The next thing you Googled was motorcycles for sale with your zip code. I should buy this 1975 Suzuki. By the way, hold on. The Suzuki TU250X, whoa, I want that motorcycle more than anything I've ever wanted in the entire whole world. There's one parked outside my apartment, and every day I walk outside my apartment, I'm like, oh wow, look at that motorcycle. If Ironheart is your favorite brand, you spit on anyone that's not wearing Ironheart. You wear a bulletproof vest to Nerf battles. You want the heaviest, toughest version of anything you can get, and after the Nerf battle with your kids, you're all gonna play flashlight tag, and you pull out a military-grade tactical flood lamp and give your kids a tan every time you tag them. Side note, Ironheart makes probably the coolest ever over-dyed jackets and by far the coolest ever denim shoes. Like shoes with denim integrated into them. They're amazing. I come home in the middle of the night. If Imogene Willie is your favorite brand, every time you see me, you forget that we've met before and I have to reintroduce myself. I have to be like, hey, how's it going? I'm Michael. And I also have to pretend I don't remember you, and I introduce myself, I say, I'm Michael, you say your name, and then right after that, you say, oh, wait a minute, didn't we meet before? And then I have to pretend that I am also trying to remember, and then I do, I'm like, oh, right, Kira. What's up, Kira? How's it going? Yeah, right, we met at the thing when I asked you on a date. Right, totally forgot. Your last Amazon order was largemouth mason jar tops. You use DuckDuckGo as a search engine because Google takes your data. You are most likely watching this video barefoot on your iPad as you're waiting for your friends to come over so you can practice for your acoustic band. If you're not at a thrift shop, it is because you were just leaving a thrift shop. All of your friends are very sad and soft-spoken, but in a very happy, delightful way. And they say like, hey, how you been? It's just really good to see you. I just really like your energy today. Your clothes also look like tattered and worn, but somehow much better than my brand new clothes. And I don't mean just like looking better, they somehow look more new than my brand new clothes with no holes. Finally, you have that 1980s Suzuki motorcycle and you just go. Sometimes in the middle of the day, you just have to go. You get on your motorcycle and you crank it up and there goes the field, there goes the trees, everything's passing by. It's a beautiful sounding motorcycle. Everybody's waving at you. You are also stunningly beautiful. You go to your local farmer's market. You buy soap that smells like patchouli. Everything's nice. Again, Imogene Willie, also one of my favorite brands. They, in my opinion, make the best buttons. This is Levi's main line. Not LVC, not premium. This is when you walk into the mall. Those jeans right there, just the regular ones, nothing fancy about them at all. Your last Google was Patagonia Cinchilla pullover. The one before that was best birthday gifts for girlfriend under $200, or alternatively, best birthday gifts for boyfriend under $200, or alternatively, best birthday gifts for sister under $200. When I told you how much my pants cost, you said, I could get a lot of something else for that. You drive an automatic car. You also, see how this YouTube video has chapters? You looked at all the titles and when you saw Levi's, you clicked on that one. You also say jean jacket and you don't see why that's technically not the right term. You've also experienced happiness in your life and yeah, that's a big one. And you spend dramatically less time looking at people's pants than other people might. For example, one time I was out to lunch with my friend Drew And he said, Mike, I just kind of realized that people probably think I'm looking at their butts and legs when I'm actually trying to see the brand of their pants. And I was like, I do it all the time. So many times people will walk by and I'm like, oh, I didn't know Rag & Bone made a straight fit. But what you see on the outside is just me like this. No one's ever said anything about me doing that, but I know eventually one day I will just be staring at some dude's legs and he'll look, oh, wait a minute, someone did do this to me. One time, this guy was walking down the street and I was looking at his jacket because it looked like it was worn in by himself. It didn't look like it was fake worn in or anything. And I was looking for the little red tab, the Levi's signature, and I couldn't find it. So I was like really just like staring at him as he got closer and closer. And then he stepped in front of me and said, what's up, dude? And I said, nothing. And then I walked away. Because at that point, there's really, what am I gonna say? I wanted to see what type of jacket you were wearing. Depending on your size, actually, you could probably fit into my Okayama Denim Spirit 4 if you're interested. Finally, if you like Levi's, you enjoy the classics. You like going out to the beach with all your buds, you crack a cold one, you say, hey bro, play Wagon Wheel. And they play it. And then after it's playing, everybody chants, Wagon Wheel, Wagon Wheel. And they play it again. And then after that, Jesse's Girl plays, but everybody secretly knows what songs should be playing. The reason I chose Wagon Wheel, if you're wondering, is because way before me, Taylor was dating this guy in high school. I just gotta clarify, Taylor was not dating this man. He just had a big ol' crush on her, who would play Wagon Wheel with her right before he tried to kiss her. So he'd be like, hey, do you want to go for a drive or something? And she'd be like, sure. And they'd get ice cream or whatever. And then he would start playing the song Wagon Wheel, and Taylor would be like, oh God, it's gonna happen. I have 3 more choruses before this dude tries and kisses me. And then she said, right at the end of the song, he'd look at her and be like, we should make out. So yeah, anyways, that's about it. What I'm saying is, if Levi's is your favorite brand, you have probably at one point in your life tried to date Taylor. But that is about it. I will see you next week, where I get to open this. And I'm actually gonna do it right now and just put this clip in next week. I can't wait, very excited. I feel so much better than I've been feeling for the past few weeks. I had a tough time. So again, thank you for being so nice. I will see you soon.